Kern County Deputy Joe Deacon is sent to Los Angeles for what should be a quick evidence gathering assignment. Instead, he becomes embroiled in the search for a serial killer who is terrorizing the city. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from Velhart TV, and today I'll be reviewing The Little Things. It's an HBO Max movie. This stars Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. This is written and directed by John Lee Hancock. So the movie starts out in 1990, October 1990. A girl is being chased in the very beginning. It starts out pretty good, the whole premise of it. Then we end up cutting to Joe Deacon, who is a deputy in Kern County. He gets told by his superior to go to L.A. and pick up some evidence. And while he's there, he kind of catches up with some of his old colleagues, and we see that he's really disliked, except for maybe like two or three of them. Still actually like him, but he's really not well liked there at all. He's really disliked, and as he's going through, he sees Jim Baxter, who's played by Rami Malek, giving a press conference, and this Baxter is a young hotshot homicide detective who's in charge of trying to find out who the serial killer is that's running around the city killing young girls. So they really don't know a lot, and Deacon ends up sticking around after it, and he ends up working with Baxter on this case to try to figure out who is doing the killings, and we as the movie progresses, we find out what his motives are for sticking around. There's apparently a case he worked years before that had the same MO, so we really get to see that. But like, I was really thinking that there were going to be like vibes between Baxter and Deacon, and there really wasn't. It was more of like the good cop, bad cop in this, and they just didn't really bounce off of each other. Their characters, I felt like all three of the characters in this were really kind of thin. This movie is undermined by its inability to establish who our heroes are looking for, like who or what our heroes are looking for. The details of the case, they kind of keep vague. They don't really go over a huge amount, other than, these victims are all women and certain things happen to them as they go, along. So we really don't get to learn like a huge amount about the case itself. It kind of isn't. I felt like this movie wasn't focused on the case itself. It was focused on like Deacon, because this is kind of from his perspective. I feel, and it was more about like his skeletons in his closet. But it's, the movie has twists in it, and it goes in a fairly surprising direction towards the end, which I thought was kind of cool, but it didn't stick the landing. Like afterwards, I kind of was, I just felt like it wasn't very good. I was disappointed in the ending. I kind of wanted more, and it just didn't give that to you. Like the whole movie really just didn't give that, that vibe to you. I honestly thought the best part about this movie was the acting. Washington, Malek, Leto did a great job acting in this for what they had to work with. So it kind of fell flat in some parts, but I like Denzel Washington's acting in this was absolutely amazing. He was the best out of all three of them, but they all did good. Like Leto, I feel like he's being stereotyped, and he does, like casting wise. And in this movie, there's maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 scenes in it where he kind of overacts, but it's not a lot, though. It's really not bad. He does a really good job overall. This movie has a plot that you've seen in hundreds of other movies. This gives off a strong Seven vibe. And I think, honestly, those movies did it better. I was fairly disappointed in this movie. It's not a bad movie by any means, and I think it will appeal to quite a few people because there are parts in it that, like I said, they're not bad. But like they don't develop Deacon and Baxter's characters really. They don't go in any meaningful direction other than the fact that Deacon is really dragging Baxter down the same road he went. Baxter is the type of guy who's he's out working for the dead, and he actually says that line in one scene of it. So we really get this feeling like he's more an idealistic type person, but his character doesn't feel real sometimes. Like there's certain parts where he does, but then there's other parts where he just it feels like more of an idea that he's playing. So I did think their acting was really good, was really well done. I really did enjoy that, and that was like the part of the movie that was the best part was the acting. They were fantastic in this for the most part. But I honestly think that like Seven did it way better for the plot wise, things like that. Again, I do feel like this will appeal to quite a few people. Personally, for me, I was just a little disappointed in it. I would give this at least a 6.5, 6.5 out of 10 easily for this. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the movie and the review. Take care for now, everybody.